All right. Looks like we're online. There we go. Go ahead and get on to live trading. All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
There he is. All right. Oh, man, I got a headache pretty bad today. I don't know what I got hit with yesterday. I'm still trying to shake it off.
Those that you wake up with are fucking annoying.
Yeah. I'm happy, though, because I am up bigly on CLOV.
Oh, yeah, I saw that it was like a 27, $30.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty stoked. Also, I woke up, dude, to like an insane following on TikTok, dude. I posted it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just one video. I made a video at 1 o'clock in the morning about this guy was talking about how you could go and Google. He was like, type in AMC, then type in Reddit plus short squeeze, and you'll get all the information you need in order to find what's squeezing. And I was like, actually, you can go to Swaggy Stocks, and there's like charts and graphs and stuff. And I just made a video of that. People apparently like that one. So, all right. It was fun though, because I woke up. I was like, what did I do? Did I get canceled? All right.
Did I get canceled?
I feel like, yeah. All right, so well, thank you for sending me the article with yesterday's moves. All right, we're gonna make this quick, guys, because I think that today could be rather uneventful. I hate to set the tone that way, but I'm talking about our regular big betas and or even just swing trades and stuff like that. We are approaching the inflation news, and I've noticed every single day we've made less and less movement. So just keep that in mind. There could be those big pops like Manny and you scalpers like to find in the morning, led by whether that be gap and goes. I haven't looked at the correlating ETFs, but we'll go over those in just a minute. So real quick, we're going to go ahead and go over the top news. The U.S. Senate passes a sweeping bill to address China tech threat. The U.S. Senate voted 68-32 on Tuesday to approve a sweeping package of legislation intended to boost the country's ability to compete with Chinese technology. I'd love to see a little bit more about that, as you guys know that I am constantly playing things like Badu. And also sometimes Baba and stuff like that. So definitely keep an eye on that one. GameStop set to report as shares reach for a peak. Those ones are continuing to kind of be very volatile. U.S. Senate passes bill to raise fees on biggest mergers. That's pretty whack. But the U.S. Senate passed a bill on Tuesday that would increase fees for companies planning the biggest mergers to pay the government antitrust agencies and give those agencies bigger budgets. CLOV, the Reddit short squeeze meme stock, shares of CLOV jumped and are on course to hit all-time highs on Wednesday, with individual traders on online discussion forums pumping up the stock all day after it was sent a soaring 86%. U.S. stock futures were little changed as investors awaited fresh cues from inflation data this week and upcoming Federal Reserve meeting. That has been the headline since Monday till today. Literally, little has changed as investors await fresh cues. So that doesn't sound like a catalyst for much movement. So if we don't see the movement that we want, we're gonna take a break. We're not gonna lose our money. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We'll take advantage of meme stocks as they are. We'll take advantage of volatility with Manny if it's there. If it's not, then it's just like the boss calling you and saying it's a snow day. You know what I mean? So,
PNGO.
I hope that wasn't you're down to Miami, like, what? It's a hurricane. No, I was kidding. Fastly blames software bug for major global internet outage. We talked about that yesterday. Yeah, okay, so indexes, little change, waiting for the Federal Reserve meeting. European equities were largely in the red ahead of a policy decision in European Central Bank. Japanese shares closed lower. Stocks to watch today, JP Morgan, Amazon and JP Morgan, the e-commerce giant, is fielding bids to replace JP Morgan as the issuer of a co-branded credit card portfolio. A person familiar with the matter said Amazon has sent out a request for proposal for the portfolio. The person said, asking not to be identified in the matter because the matter was not public yet. JP Morgan could fetch a 15% premium if it replaced as partner in the portfolio, which contains more than $15 billion in credit card lending. Chipotle, I don't really play that stock at all. It's it's extremely expensive. But they increasing prices 4%, so as it wasn't already expensive enough.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, right. UPS looks like the company expects to top $100 billion in total revenue in 2023. The world's largest parcel delivery company said it had laid out its 3 years financial target. The company forecasts full-year revenue between $98 billion to $102 billion for 2023, compared with the revenue or the average analyst estimate of $100.19 billion, according to Rentiv's data. They reported a full year revenue at $84.6 billion in 2020. They also expect to be carbon neutral across the scope by 2050.
Oh, UPS?
Yeah.
Carbon neutral by 2050?
Yeah, they're gonna have what are their
Yeah.
CEOs gonna be freaking cyborgs?
Do you see that? Carbon neutral by 2050, and they were trying to get that contract this year.
Yeah.
With Workhorse, and they're by 2050. So in 30 years, bro, this I hate it here. They all lied.
They lied.
Workhorse lied to go to $60. They
Yeah,
said that they
right.
were gonna get a contract with UPS.
Economic events happening today. Okay, that is one of the most unusual things I've ever seen going outside of my window. Okay. I love having the window view. It's amazing, but sometimes alarming. That car had 3 wheels. Wholesale inventory is happening at 10 o'clock. Wholesale sales compared to April, they're expected 0.8%, prior 4.6%. 11 Rentiv IPSOS PCI SI. I have no idea what that means. I don't even know why they sent that to me. Anyway, bunch of shareholders meetings. A lot actually. Top mentions would be Campbell's, United Natural Foods, Affiliate Managers Group, Alarm Holdings, Devon Energy, Cosmo Energy, Shake Shack, Abercrombie and Fitch, Lemonade has their and as well as Penn Gaming, Crocs. This is actually a relatively large list, and this is all annual shareholders meetings for the most part, or the last ones were conference calls, our earnings conference calls. So okay. So I just want to go over the major ETFs, so I'm going to hand it over to Manny. Sorry again about the latency. I know, I usually wake up at 5:30. I woke up at 7. I was like, what is this place? This looks like a whole different world.
Facebook upside.
All right, let's go ahead and transition that over. Perfect. All right, we'll go ahead and start with SPY. Kind of going to go over what we could be potentially looking at today. That's important to know. Why? Because if the ETFs don't move, neither do your stocks for the most part, unless they hold a divergence, which means that their runs usually will be short-lived because they don't have the market fueling them, and you'll get a big pop, or Manny will probably take profit and sell his contract to some sucker. Like that TikTok. Okay, so looking at SPY here, if you guys see my chart, let's see, Reddit, yeah, you guys can see it on there. So here's the thing. We're approaching what could, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't think that they're going to drop inflation news on us tomorrow. I don't think that they're going to do that intentionally now, because I think that would spur a sell-off. Does the market look like it needs one? Sure. Does it technically need one? Absolutely. But the fact of the matter is the market's meant to go up, and it will usually always find a way to do so. Right now, I think that looking at the price action yesterday, we still stayed in range. We held this resistance right here for 422.95, or basically 423. That needs to get broken today. If you take a look at this hourly chart, heavily consolidated right here. But I will say, this is and does appear to be an ascending wedge. So I could be wrong, but I have seen this play out now a couple days in a row. So more than likely, I would expect SPY to run up to the 423.50, 423, maybe 45, and then at that point we would probably see a down day. And then we would be nearing support at that point, which would have us spilling over. So be sure to keep your keep your eyes, well, your mind too. They're attached to your eyes and your mind. But keep your eyes on these two resistance lines. Definitely see that this is a well-respected support here. You can see it wicks off perfectly. Really nice body action right here as well. So we know that this is definitely our support. So I'm going to be watching SPY in this range. You can set an alert at 423.35, and that way you can kind of get an idea of where you're going to want to jump in and jump out if you do end up seeing a rejection like so. And I will set an alert on the 50-day EMA. Okay, we'll go over the Qs really quick. You guys know, same deal as yesterday. I am seeing correlating movement. Where do you short? How do we check the short percentage? Manny, will you show him how to do that? What is it?
With the bot?
Yeah, exclamation mark.
Yeah, exclamation mark, short. Yeah, it's awesome to know.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
What's up, brother?
Good morning.
Huh?
Sorry.
What'd you say?
I was going to say something, but I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, it's over now. My heart's broken. I think I'm done with trading forever. I'm just kidding. Being dramatic this morning. Okay, so Qs, real quick, guys. We're almost done. So Qs actually holding trend as of yesterday. I was still impressed by the movement. I think pre-market movement showing that if out of all the ETFs besides IWM, which is going off the rails, that one, which obviously is small caps, but we tapped that resistance that I marked out for you guys yesterday morning, literally on the cent. So we tapped that, and in pre-market here, you can see the rejection there. We've kind of made a slow, steady recovery. I'm honestly, I'm looking to sit on cash today. I mean, I hate to go into a certain day with a bias, but I'm going in with cautiousness because I know that inflation news is right around the corner. So I'm going to be happy where I'm at, sticking my nose inside of momentum rather than there we go, Ryan. But yeah, it's if the penny plays could be on fire today, right? You got CLOV, you got all those. So pennies maybe fire, right? But Atlas hella deserved CLOV, dude.
Thank you, sir.
That man had.
You deserved it, dude.
That
Like,
man
for real.
had. Yeah, dude. He had like tape on his bag. Like,
Dude, he
patch
had
marks.
like he had.
He just
He
kept
at some
patching it up.
point he put a handcuff on his bag and then his
I said nope.
I'm not letting go.
Even as I start, I think one time I took CLOV puts. I think it was $9 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
right.
remember him being like,
When you said CLOV puts, I was like, no.
I mean, those are for you too. So.
Oh man.
Okay, so watching the cues, we know what we're looking for. More than likely, you can just go ahead and draw your trend line here. There's one right here that I see. Boom, bada bing. So staying inside of this triangle here, we stay in trend and we have hope, but we have a lot of room to chop around here. So be very careful. IWM, yeah, I remember that. Let's see here. IWM looks ridiculous. Honestly, looks like I could use a pullback. Maybe even back down, just retesting the 231 or 232 mark. That seems to be a pretty that one, or I have 230.60. I could be wrong. It could be spurred by penny plays. Atlas is going to go over those in just a moment, so that way you guys can have an idea of what he's watching. But the IWM out of all of them has had the most movement. It is nearing all-time, or at least as I know, all-time highs, right? Yep, that's correct.
Yep.
So you're nearing all-time highs. Really, you had a Head and Shoulders legitimately form, and then that play was ruined. But with that, we got IWM. We got all the Dow. Real quick, sorry. Dow, basically looking at yesterday's movement and then looking at like the rejections. It's just quite simple right here. We're likely going to stay in this range between 344.50 or 344.58, excuse me, and then this rejection point, and I mean this is a hardy rejection level, 348.18. Right here, this is where we saw two massive rejections. So in my opinion, I think that we may end up going and revisiting, with inflation news not being in our favor, the 342. If not, I think we're staying in range for a reason, and I expect to stay in range. So with that, man, boy,
numbers are actually good.
do your stuff.
You just imagine that CPI numbers are actually good. Like inflation is nowhere near. We're doing great. Economy's just pumping.
Like something great happens. Yeah.
SPX 5000. That's what
Zoom
we're doing.
launches Zoom phone appliances.
Heck.
Okay, like Apple already shut them up. Like they're still gonna keep trying.
Did you see what Georgie posted though? What is that?
What that?
Yeah, about Zoom. What is that?
No idea. Is it a movie?
I don't know. I'll look. But no, dude,
it's
you're
not.
spot on. Remember when me and you were talking, when you posted, like, yo, that's exactly what I thought, dude. As soon as I saw that, I literally went, oh, Zoom goes to crap.
Yeah, they shorted it right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right,
I think it was an overvalued company. It ran up
It
because
is.
of COVID, and COVID is slowly but surely going away. I do think that certain things that happened in COVID will never change, like certain business practices, like staying at home or maybe allowing your workers to work from home if you don't need an office. So that may be, but that just means that if that's the way the world is going to continue to go, then you're just going to have the big tech giants who have already been doing it. It's so easy for them to implement some type of new technology or outperform you. And I don't think that, and maybe I'm wrong. Why do I keep getting a Canadian accent in the morning? But I don't know. I just don't know anymore. So I just made myself lose my train of thought. But
All right, let's go. All right, let's try.
go ahead, Atlas. Yeah, you do your thing, man.
All right. Wait, why would it be gone?
My bad, go ahead.
You're good. No, it's quick. Don't worry. I don't have a lot of watches.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I'm watching just off the gate.
Okay.
I'm watching Beyond. I think I've said this for the last 2 weeks. I'm watching Beyond. It has a nice setup. Obviously, the clean break is over 156. The extra clean break is over 157. I am going over 155. Reason why is because it is pre-market high. After 155, the next entry that you got is 155.50. That's where the wick fill of yesterday commences. and then you got 156 in between, and obviously 157. I am trying to ride that whole move up if it comes. If it does come and then it pulls back, I will cut the trade. PayPal, I'm watching, I had a nice little gap this morning, so I'm watching a break above pretty much at this point 265. And I want to see if I can ride that at 266, 267. QS, I've been watching this one for a while. I think today will finally be the day we break 32 and start moving up. I know there has been some news in regards to EV chargers or batteries and all that shit. So that would be pretty much the catalyst that would move that. Another one I'm watching is Workhorse. If it decides to break pre-market highs, I'll take it to 19 and 20 as their strength. And last but not least, I am watching Amazon. It has a very, very nice setup on the hourly. A break of 32.80 will give us 33 easy peasy. We gotta, break through all those levels that we got up ahead. So those are what I'm watching off the gates. Beyond and Amazon are obviously my main watches. Not really gonna focus on Workhorse right out the open because it could just go up and come back down the same candle. So yeah, this is what I'm at for now. There are gonna be scalps. I mean, you guys know this, but nothing pops. Just like yesterday, everything just comes down. I'm gonna wait and probably not even bother chasing or finding a setup because this market has been harsh. Super harsh, especially for mega caps. Mega caps have literally been the safe haven for everybody to basically liquidate to be able to pay off their margin calls. So it is what it is. You gotta keep that in mind. If we do sell off, and don't be surprised. Remember what Garrett also did say. We do have a lot of data. Listen, next week is gonna be a very, very annoying week. When I say annoying, it's not a good week for especially a new trader to be trying to trade it because we have a lot of catalysts that are gonna happen next week. And then on Friday, it's quarter witching. So it's so many things that are happening that it's gonna make it a very volatile week. And if you're not ready for that sort of fast-paced action, I wouldn't recommend trading.
But it's still good. Manny, I will say there's nothing to interrupt, but it's still good to watch the charts.
Yeah, exactly. Watching is different because you're gonna get an idea. But quad witching, I mean, I've seen Tesla drop $20 and then go back up 10 in one candle. So just things that you're gonna watch for it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let us have it with pennies.
Okay, so this morning, guys, obviously everybody has noticed CLOV has made a decent run in pre-market. I'm also watching GOE, which is Canoe SPAC, right? They had turned over into Canoe, made a nice run. One thing to watch with certain stocks, especially some of these SPACs that are running, one thing I've noticed is that their warrants, so CLOV W, right? That's Nick. I'm talking about GOE, right? GOE's Canoe. CLOV W and GOEVW, which is GOEV's warrant. They will run. The warrants will run longer and further than the actual stock move. So if you can find a good entry on something that's got momentum and there's a lot of volume on the warrant, you can make more money trading equity on the warrant, trading the warrants, than you can the actual stock. I went and looked at CLOV's open yesterday to CLOV's high of day and then went and looked at CLOV's warrants. CLOV's warrants made 101% move from the open to the high of day, where CLOV made like a 45% move. So just kind of keep that in the back of your head. If you're trading a SPAC and that's got crazy high volume, also go look at its warrants, right? One other thing that I will say is that I have noticed a lot of people are YOLOing into some of these meme stocks. Guys, manage your risk. Be reasonable. I understand everybody wants to wake up or make $1 million in one trade. I get it. But you're not going to make $1 million if you're not going to have any money, right? You can't trade if you don't have any more money because you lost it all on a YOLO. So be smart in how you invest. Be smart in how you trade. Set your stop losses and be realistic with your stop losses. Don't fool yourself. because you're not fooling us, you're fooling yourself. It's your money. It's not ours.
And anything,
Trade for you.
I think that we not to interrupt you. I think that we have actually found, and I've noticed this. If you're gonna put money into something, you're gonna still have to do research into what is going to be pushed. You guys saw that AMC was the front and it was the center focus. Now it's on the 10th. It's like 10th on the list right now. So if you're going to make these type of moves and you're going to utilize options in them, you need to find like those far out of the money, light risk, or you need, if you're scalping, you need to carry your risk management needs to be even higher. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, Atlas. I just want to add to that.
No worries, man. And then, on top of that, just, be smart about how you're trading and just manage your risk well, guys. But back to what I'm watching. So AEMD, Georgie actually signaled that in the chat.
I'm going over these.
The day before.
I'm going over these on the chart. You said AM what?
AEMD. So Apple,
Athlon.
Elephant, Mary, David.
Got it. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's looking pretty sweet.
So Georgie actually signaled that yesterday or the day before. I got in pretty light, but the thing just went bonkers.
Yeah.
I wish I would have gotten in more. Georgie's one of the members in our group.
Yeah.
And he had
Phenomenal
signaled that, and it just absolutely blew it out of the water. But what happened was they published a case study where 2 critically ill COVID-19 patients were treated with one of their pharmaceutical devices and medications, the hemo purifier.
Okay.
Don't know. I'm not familiar with the technology, but apparently it works really well.
I can whenever you're done, or if you want to later, we can go over what that is. But go ahead.
Okay. AEHL is another one to watch. They beat earnings and they had a pretty nice gap up in pre-market. They had pulled back, so wouldn't be a bad spot to enter. I would set some resistance and supports, and you could look, it's following a solid trend on the 5 and 15 minute chart time frame. And then if you look at SPI, they had just released their division, their motor vehicle division 3rd generation powertrain products. They also manufacture semiconductor chips for vehicles. So it's another good one to watch, and they're also in the EV/energy space, so SPI. And then I'm watching GOEVW, and that's the warrant for GOE.
Canoe.
And that's the Canoe SPAC. And then I'm watching CLVS, SLDB, and DCRC. DCRC had potential merger news. It's also a SPAC. Just be careful with SPAC plays in general. They can really run up and fall down out of the blue. Mm-hmm. I don't have any other specific news on some of the tickers that I'm watching. Besides, Wish is going to be one that I'll be watching as well. Yeah. I might transition from following CLOV today to following Wish as a meme stock.
I'll be with you on that one.
Because CLOV has already made 3 days worth of run, whereas Wish has only made 1. So I could see the potential rotation to more Wish, especially since it's lower priced.
Yep.
And that's what some of these moves are coming from. And guys, I want to make another little key point before we have to go. And I know, Gary, I do want you to hit on the hemo purifier thing. Guys, retail investors are not the only people that are causing CLOV, AMC, Wish, all these stocks to run. If you believe that, then you're lying to yourself. Be realistic. There are funds, there are institutions that are taking this long with you because they know they have people listening or reading what's going on Reddit. They have people they legitimately have hired people to do that.
Yeah.
So don't be fooled thinking this is just retail or Wall Street bets.
4 years of your life just to be reading through a meme Reddit.
Like,
I mean,
so
there's legit that they hire people to do that. So don't be fooled by that. There are
They-
legitimately investors and people who work for these funds that are sitting there doing the same thing.
and they're watching. They have either they've built their own or they're utilizing ones that are already in existence. Swaggy Stocks, which is already integrated into our chat, but that's a good place. And I'll actually go over this right now if you're done going over, and I'll show you guys exactly something that they would be looking for. And this backs up. This is one of the reasons why I'm going to be watching Wish as well, right? Because I'm going to look to take profit out of CLOV. I think I've made way more than enough gains on that one. But if you go over here, you can look and you'll see stock market sentiment, online chatter, taker sentiment, options max pain. They use the options max pain theory to also known as the option strike pinning, to see where a stock price might likely get pinned at on options expiration. And then you have a one-stop watch list. But if you go back up and you look at the online chatter, you can see what is being talked about widely across the internet, not just Wall Street Bets. So they're not only just tracking sentiment, period, they're tracking them across, multiple. So real-time sentiment on Wall Street Bets right here. You can go down. Oh, hold on a second. There it is. See this? These are the top mentions for those of you who are not in the chat. And you can see CLOV right now, 6.8K mentions. Game always going to stay consistent up there. That was the OG. Wish starting to pick up steam, third on that list. I guess not third. That's actually down there behind. Did you see Wendy's is also on the list of
Are you
stock?
serious?
Yeah, Wendy's is now on the Wall Street Bets list of. I don't know if what their intentions are, but it's been on their list, and there was actually money to make on it previously, but the way the Wendy's moves, it can be weird. But you look at the hourly chart, it's not quite. You can see that it's even though it's on the list, it still hasn't shown the same momentum as the ones that are being talked about the most. So if you go we can go look at like BB.
Yeah.
Like that one's already made a huge run, and now it's making a big pennant on the hourly here. Look at that, perfect. But that's just kind of like one thing, this is a new era of investing, trading, and all of this requires you have to I don't even want to call it due diligence, because it's not the same thing, but you still have to do your research. You still have to go and look and see, okay, if I want to participate, or as a momentum trader take advantage of something that is going to occur with or without me, why not go and figure out what is my highest likely stocks that I could. I mean, AMD is on here, right? That's low. That's 65 mentions. So I'm not, that's obviously would be the last, but it's something you can keep an eye on. So. Anything else, Atlas?
You said you were going to hit on that AEMD technology, the hemo whatever.
The hemogluba whatever.
Yeah, I'll tell you the name of it. The hemo purifier. What is that? You said you knew something about it.
I literally read an article on this was somebody posted on Twitter for COVID. But it is, I'll read it to you right here. I have it up. I just got an alert on Canoe. So they are actually, there is a countermeasure against SARS-CoV-19. It's an investigational device that has not yet received FDA approval for any indication. Atheon and continues to investigate the potential for the use of the hemopurifier in viral diseases. Let's see here. This is going to get a little bit complicated. The treatment of life-threatening glycosylate viruses are not addressed with approved drugs. The company currently has an open FDA expanded access protocol for the treatment of Ebola-infected patients. So this is outside of COVID as well. So that it's has different uses. But based on the studies to date, they can put the purifier can potentially carry as many viruses that are pathogenic in humans, including HCV, HIV, and Ebola. We do not have any data that suggests it could clear a closely related coronavirus. This is all speculative. But yeah, so essentially it's just a.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I believe it's from blood.
99 over.
It's like a blood cleaner.
Yeah, that will cure you of anything.
And it primarily targets the lungs. So, as I cough.
Oh, good eye, Georgie.
I forgot to make coffee in a minute now.
Gotta fucking make Georgie an admin. I mean, chill out, Georgie, with all these fire ass plays, my guy. It's too many to catch.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yo, Manny.
Yeah, sorry, Manny.
Oh, but can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Oh, my bad. Because I'm away from my computer, so I thought it was my headset bugging.
Oh, no, you're good.
What time is it?
It is 9:19.
I'm on Espresso.
So the float is the shares available, and the short float is the amount that is shorted.
Of dinguses.
Of un-American.
Short interest is the amount of people that want to lose unlimited money.
Yeah.
Like, they don't learn, dude. They don't.
No, they don't. They don't.
All right, it is 9:20, everybody. This is a good time to remember that you are a human and not a robot.
Yeah.
So you can take
You're not an algorithm.
You're not an algorithm, so you take a deep breath. We're going to take the day as it comes. If you guys swung anything and you're up, feel free to take profit. Please know that this is not a usual week of trading. Don't fool yourself. There's still, obviously, Reddit's doing its thing. We'll still keep an eye on that. But I'm just concerned for the market in general because, I mean, what is it, tomorrow that we get the news that we're looking for?
Just the first wave.
Huh? Yeah, so the first wave.
That's like the one that opens the first door. And then
Hey,
right
Manny.
after we open the doors, we have J-Pow.
Manny, what time is that news supposed to come out tomorrow?
Probably 8:30. Let me check. I'm literally walking back to my desk.
Well, let me say something. The one
8:30,
thing
yeah.
that I noticed is that what is it? Oh God. Hold on one second. Actually, sorry, I just got a.
CPI. Yeah, 8:30 and jobless at 8:30.
Hold on one
They both
second.
come up.
Yeah, so one thing that I noticed was the dark pools on SPY on Monday. They were about as high as I've seen them since the last time we rocketed into the 400s. So I'm going to take a light bet, right? Not literally, but just in my mind, that we're going to dodge inflation news this time around.
I think so too, dude. I mean, I have been feeling, and I'm not trying to create any bias in anybody. I literally have a bear right on top of my monitors. I'm possibly the most bearish person here. But I really don't think they're going to let this fall right now, man. They cannot let it fall too ahead. Like we literally just had a transition to a new presidency. So what? We're just going to blame Biden for all this shit?
Yeah.
That's what's going to literally happen. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong at the end of the day, but I really want to be proven wrong if it does come. If not, it is what it is. I don't think this country is going to, bend the knee so easily. If they didn't bend it when it came to COVID and they literally started printing a fuck ton of money, if you're still on YouTube, I'm sorry. You really think they're going to do it now? No.
No.
That's why I haven't really been shorting SPY. I just don't feel comfortable, man. Have you guys seen those candles that come after a red candle on SPY? They're scary, dude.
It'll eat you up.
Yeah. It's not even worth it. And if you look at the tape, you can't really say. Oh, look, here's the thing. When you look at the tape, right? The tape on SPY, it first of all has a dollar spread on the bid and ask. SPY is always very, very liquid on its times and sales and everything. But dude, there's something that holds it at certain levels that it's the craziest thing I have ever seen in my life. the bids drop, and I'm telling you, like for example, you got like 417, the bids drop to like 416, 99, 98, 97, 95, bro, and it's like a rocket that just sends it back up. Like, imagine those 5 cents. I never see them again. The bids just go to like 417, like nothing. Like if nothing happened, dude. And
Jim Cramer just tweeted, "The jury is back. Tendies and YOLOs hate me so much they came out against the education. You have to love education is awful. A whole new view." He's just mad because he's losing money.
He doesn't trade in the market anymore, apparently.
What's up?
He made a statement that he no longer holds equity or stock in anything.
Even his fund?
I don't, probably through his fund, but him personally.
Yeah.
But I don't know I'm sure I would say that shit too if I was Jim Cramer and I was telling people to buy eBay.
Where's he?
Manny's got PTSD from that one.
Yeah, right.
All right, guys. Like, Manny, don't worry. I'm gonna pump your position on Kramer. Don't worry, bro. Tomorrow we're gonna gap up. We gapped out.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous, dude.
Fucking Kramer messed up our play that day, dude. We were just trying to pump something, man. Wall Street Bets does it and it's legal.
All right, guys. Those of you on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. If you guys didn't leave a like, please do. Algorithms snack on them. I'm going to go ahead and hop in live trading, but have a good one. Hopefully you guys have a great day.
Yo, I'm watching, I don't know